and the person that you're trying to be now, it's going to be short-lived. It's going to end up played out, and it's not going to work out for you. So you might as well just give up and go back to being who you were.
A lot of people hold on to hurt. We start talking about trauma. Trauma plays a factor. It's a huge factor. Situations, it's just in general, make a humongous difference. The key is growth. Okay? Getting to a point where you can communicate with that person or people and acknowledgement. Can you acknowledge and accept who you was? That's growth. Okay? Sometimes you just have to accept, hey, listen, you're right. I was in a bad place. That place wasn't the best version of myself. For whatever reason, that you grow, things change, you have to sometimes address the past in order to move forward. Especially when it comes to, people in your life. If you can address what was and get to an avenue, and sometimes it's not always gonna work. Some people are just hurt, that's it. They're never gonna go get over it. Screw you to the day you die. That's cool too. But did you reach out and communicate, hey, listen, I'm trying to make this amends. This is what I would like to do. This is who I'm becoming because I'm still growing. Don't get me wrong, you're absolutely right. That's who I was. But that's not who I am anymore. That's not who I choose to be. Because it's about choice. So if you can make a choice to say, you know what, I'm not going to be or put myself in that situation any further. Say that. You honestly making this decision. Are you honestly putting yourself in a position to say, I'm going to be a better me? Because if you are, you're going to grow. And you can't mend all relationships. But the key is to try. The key is to put forth that effort. Yes, you are the one that put them through that. Yes, you acknowledge that you put them through that. Yes, you put your best foot forward and say, hey, I know that I did this, but I'm not that person anymore. And I'm sorry that you had to get that worst version of me. But I'm not there. So if you're going to try to keep me there, if you're going to stay there, that's on you. But this is what I'm doing so that I can move forward and be the best version of myself.
I think something also that's important is like, yes, during that phase of life, I may have been the person that put you through all this, but you are also a person that allowed me to put you through that. So yes, it's okay that you're putting a lot of blame on me and saying it's my fault, I did this and I did that. But that person also needs to take some blame for themselves because they were the one that was comfortable with letting somebody walk all over them or letting someone lie to them or letting someone treat them like shit. At some point, everybody's supposed to grow. Everybody's supposed to get better. So at some point, I don't like the way you're making me feel. I don't like the things that you're doing to me. And then it's also on that other person to decide, am I going to continue to let these things happen, or am I going to set a boundary? Am I going to say that this is something that I do not like, and moving forward, if you continue to do that, this is how our relationship is going to change. Mm-hmm. I think one of the things that is really difficult for people is when somebody is changing, when somebody is growing, when somebody is coming into a new version of themselves, usually the other person that doesn't like it is somebody that is stuck. They're not growing, they're not changing, and they're used to things happening a very specific way. So once they stop happening that way, they don't like it because your change is going to cause me to change. If I don't want to change, if I'm not ready to change, then I'm going to tell you, no, you need to continue to be the person that you are. It may not be beneficial to us for you to be that version of yourself, but that's what I know. That's what I'm used to. That's what I'm accustomed to. So I'm not growing. You can't grow either. And we're both going to just continue to be stuck in this version of ourselves that we know what to expect and we know what's going to happen moving forward.
You have to want to change. You have to. No relationship can reach new heights without growth. A1s from day one. Okay. Why is that person still around? Because that person has grown with you. They're pushing you to be better. You're pushing them to be better. And that give and take, it keeps going, keeps pulling, okay, keeps working. So it's like a perennial, okay? You plant it, as long as you take care of it, it's gonna grow back every single year. Bloom brighter,
bigger,
bloom brighter, bloom bigger. Every single year, okay? Keep taking care of it, all right? So that's what you want. Every year you want to be able to bloom brighter and bigger. You guys are going to continue to grow and continue to nurture what you have going on.
But this is also beyond like a relationship, beyond like a platonic relationship. This is with friendships, this is with family, this is with any type of relationship that you're having. Both parties are expected to grow, and with your growing, you should be able to communicate, you should be able to sustain that relationship, and you both should be making each other stronger and better. And if you're not, just because they blood doesn't mean they're supposed to be there for the whole journey.
You're no longer where they were, or you're no longer in that same headspace, then you just got to keep it pushing. You know, and it hurts, it sucks, but it's just what you got to do.
And sometimes it's not even a matter of like they don't want to change, they don't want to grow. Maybe they do want to, they just don't know how to, or they make the attempt, they make the effort, and then they realize it's going to take more work than they are willing to put in. So it's just easier for them to regress and go back to what they know, what they're accustomed to. And it'll be a continuous pattern of them having that battle of, I want to grow with you, I want to do better, and I'm going to make the effort. But then as I'm making the effort, I'm realizing it's too much work and I don't have the energy to continue this effort. So I'm going to end up going back to the pattern that I'm accustomed to. And at some point, someone needs to step in and say, either we're going to do this 100%, or I just need to step back until you're willing to step into what it is you really need to do so that you can grow and stop having this give and take with yourself, because it's going to take work, it's going to take effort, and it's going to be something that's lifelong. People don't change one day and then all of a sudden moving forward, that's what they're able to do without giving it any thought. Change is continuous, change is lifelong, and it's going to be effort and willpower for as long as you're willing to know that I have things that I need to make better within myself, and I'm going to put in that work to make sure that I'm doing that for myself, for my family, for my relationships, and to make sure that I'm leaving something not traumatic for the next generation. So to bring this full circle, the question originally was talking about fuckboys, players, and being able to go from that to go to being monogamous and having that path, that journey within yourself. It's possible.
It's definitely possible.
It can happen.
It can happen.
But it's on that individual.
It is all choice. You always have to make the choice. And sometimes it's something, it's someone that you have the choice. So stop acting like you don't. Grow.
You have the choice to change, you have the choice to grow, and the other party has the choice to decide whether or not they want to be there while you're growing, while you're changing.